Get ready to clear 9 years of karma in these last 2 months of 2025. So no pressure at all, but don't worry, I have good news. The brightest and the biggest super full moon of 2025 happens this month. On November 5, we have the super full moon, which is creating this big opportunity for you to create closure. So it's no accident that we are ending a 9-year cycle in these last 60 days of the year, and the last 3 full moons of 2025 are all super full moons. All of this is pointing to a big closure point. The November super full moon is on November 5, and this is the brightest and biggest full moon of the entire year. This is an incredible opportunity for you to create closure. Next year, we're not just starting a new year, we are starting a new 9-year cycle. And the way that you start off that cycle is really important. So you're going to work with this November super full moon to get ready for this new 9-year cycle. In this video, we're going to explore how to create closure in this 9-year karmic cycle that we're ending in these last 60 days. We're going to explore the 2 moons that we now have. Yeah, we kind of have another moon on Earth. And we're also going to go deeper into the themes of the November super full moon that happens on November 5. Hey, welcome. If you're new here, my name is SolTara. I'm a medium and I share alchemy practices from Atlantis and from ancient Egypt. If that resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. Deep down inside, you can feel like you're getting pulled and pushed between old and new timelines. And you may be noticing in your life that you're getting pushed to outgrow certain things, getting pushed out of your comfort zone. You're being tested right now, and it doesn't feel that comfortable. And that's why I'm making this video, so that you can embrace these closures with grace, so that you can connect with your courage, so that you can create closure, but also step into your new timeline with confidence and clarity. So what is this 9-year cycle? 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. In numerology, every single number holds a vibration. It's like a memory, radio frequency that the number sends out. Number 9 carries the vibration of completion of cycles and endings. So this year, we're not just ending 2025 year, we're ending a 9-year cycle of karma. This is exactly why we're hosting a 2-day alchemy immersion, where on day 1 you will release your old timeline, because what once nourished you, specific identities, labels, skill sets, belief systems, those actually may be limiting you from living in your full potential. So we're going to create a closure of our old timelines, and on day 2, you will activate your new timeline. So you can start off this new 9-year cycle on your highest timeline with ancient Egyptian technology. If you want to join us for this 2-day live alchemy immersion, you can get all the details and sign up in the description of the video. We have 2 full moons left in 2025, and it's no accident that the November 5 and the December full moon are super full moons. Now, it's not about healing, but you need closure. And we can choose to create closure in our lives with grace, or it can be pushed onto us. Take a few days, have a little retreat with yourself, and reflect on what relationships, what career changes, what projects, what lifestyle changes, what beliefs you've adopted since 2017, and really observe how those are nourishing you now, because what once nourished us actually might be limiting us now, because we're always evolving. And so all of your relationships, your career, your lifestyle choices, your beliefs, they need to be evolving with you as you're growing as a person. As we're starting Universal Year 1, remember, how you start Universal Year 1 is going to impact the next 9 years. So you want to start off next year ready to receive the new, and you need to create space for the new. That requires you to release the old. You need to make space in your heart, in your energy field, in your relationships, with your creativity, with your finances, etc., etc. And so really observe what is nourishing you now. This is the time for you to go deep. As I was reflecting, in 2017, this is when I quit my corporate job. This is also the same time that I met my wife. And me and my wife, we've been reflecting on what do we want the next 9 years of our life to be? Because how you start off universal year 1, again, it's going to impact the next 9 years. So how you start it, you want to start it off with intention, with clarity, with confidence about what you actually want. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been posting many videos, because I've been sitting with how in my career can I make more of an impact. So in 2017, that's when I quit my job, and then I started Golden Age Alchemy late in 2018. So I'm not going to close Golden Age Alchemy, but I'm going to create closure in an aspect of it. So I've been reflecting with this. So sit with yourself and see what you need to change and be courageous with that change. This is an important time for you to reflect on who you really are, what is your purpose, and what is your true potential. We are going through a huge evolution of consciousness. This is not just a spiritual thing, this is a biological thing as well. Right now, our brains are getting bigger. And that is why we're getting headaches and migraines, because we are literally increasing our mental processing power. Researchers at UC David Health, they found that human brains are getting bigger. Those who were born in the 1970s actually had 6.6% larger volume and 15% larger surface area compared to people born in the 1930s. Because your brain is getting bigger, you are expanding your mental processing power. It's similar to what's happening to computers right now in quantum computing. Quantum computers can process so much more data and information, and you are also going through this change. You may have noticed that your telepathic abilities are becoming more frequent. You know about things, you have dreams about stuff before they happen. This is the intelligence that you're connecting to in the quantum realm. So you have the power of quantum computers, and it's time for you to start to use that consciously. If you want to learn how to connect with the quantum world and make quantum jumps and shifts so that you can jump onto your highest timeline, you can join our 2-day alchemy immersion in the description of this video, because that's what we're going to explore. 6 ancient Egyptian technologies that will connect you with your potential and empower you to jump onto your highest timeline. Our Earth has an extra moon right now. So this is actually an old moon that was there since the 1960s, and it's not really a moon, it's actually an asteroid that's orbiting the sun rather than the Earth. However, this still has energetic implications for us. So what's fascinating is that the data actually shows that this asteroid has been orbiting in our solar system since the 1960s, and this extra moon that the Earth now has is going to stay here until 2083. So what's fascinating about this is that we are moving out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And this doesn't just happen overnight. This takes time. And the fact that we have another moon, the moon, what does it represent? It represents your subconscious mind. It represents the parts of you that you cannot see consciously, that you are not aware of. This is where your fears, your insecurities, your shadows are stored. And the reason why this extra moon is here is because it's pushing us to go deeper inside. It's no accident that the hippie wave happened in the 60s. It's not just because of the popularity of LSD and psychedelics, but all of this happened so that humanity would start to explore their own consciousness. And that's exactly what the role of the moon is there for. The moon is there for you to explore yourself and explore the aspects of yourself that you cannot see. So humanity right now, we're getting called to explore the aspects of ourselves that we don't want to see, that we don't want to accept. And so this is available for all of us. Again, the whole earth is going through this evolutionary process, this ascension process, whatever you want to call it. And it's up to each individual person to choose to expand their consciousness. Just because we have this extra moon here, it doesn't mean that everyone is choosing to do the inner work, to build up their self-awareness. This is a responsibility and it's a free will choice that we all have. But as you know, the more that you become aware of, the more power that you have to design the life that you want. Because then you can identify the things that are limiting you from living the life that you deserve. This extra moon has been there for 80 years already, but the reason why it's coming up again in the news is because we have to start to do deeper inner work during this huge transformation that's happening on the earth, so that the transformation can be more conscious. So that's why it's no accident that 3-Eye Atlas was also discovered in July 2025, because we are being called to explore our cosmic consciousness once again. You are just made of stardust, and stardust is just recycled elements from the cosmos. Those same 5 elements that made up everything in the universe is found in your body. So it's about us remembering who we are. But again, this is a choice that we all have to make. It's sort of like the movie The Matrix. Do you remember when Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo, they would jump back into the Matrix and try to get people out? Not everyone wants to escape the Matrix, and that's okay. Everyone is a divine, aware being, and it's their own choice what path they want to choose. And that's why you have to be fully in your power to decide what path you want to choose. If you want to get out of the Matrix, then you have to explore what are the subconscious karmic patterns, what are the subconscious belief systems, what are the subconscious fears and limitations that are keeping you stuck. Because once you become aware of what those patterns are, then you have the awareness to free yourself from those fears. And this is the time for you to remember exactly why you chose to reincarnate right now. Remember who you are and remember why you came here, because you have a big role to play. If you're ready to fully embrace your power and step onto your highest timeline, you have to come to our alchemy immersion, because this is not just about thinking about things, but you actually have to embody them. Now you're graduating, right? You're ending a 9-year cycle, and it's no longer about healing and learning, but it's about mastering. This is also the year of the wooden snake. And the wooden snake represents wisdom. It represents transformation as you're shedding old layers of yourself, old identities, old fears. Now you have that medicine, and that medicine is your wisdom that you are here to share with others. And I know that you feel that you're meant to do something big, and that's exactly why you chose to be born right now in this great time of this evolution of consciousness, the evolution of the earth. And that's why there's so many changes happening around you, and this is just the beginning of it. Right now, we are creating the foundations of the Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius, it's about all of these different ideas. It's about all different technologies and communities coming together. That is exactly why AI is booming right now. That is why quantum computing is starting right now, why crypto is booming right now, why community-centric projects are booming right now, because the Age of Aquarius is the vibration that's going to hold the containers for all of these different types of technologies. This new Age of Aquarius, it's the start of a new way of thinking, a new way of living. And so really be intentional about creating a new path for yourself. This November full moon is a beautiful opportunity for you to create closures. Maybe spend some time grieving the old identities that you have. I know sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable to quantum jump and move on to new cycles, new relationships, new careers, new belief systems, new identities. But change is the only constant in the universe. So this full moon, it's brighter and bigger than all of the full moons in 2025. That is because a super full moon happens when the moon is closer to the earth. That's why she looks brighter and bigger. This full moon is in Taurus in tropical astrology, and Taurus is all about stability. It's about strong foundations. It's about being strong in your own ethics. So work with that earth energy to create stability as you're getting pulled between old timelines and new timelines. Ground in yourself, and the easiest way to do that is to know who you are, which you can work with the Aries energy of this full moon to do that. In sidereal astrology, this full moon is in Aries. Aries is the first spark, it's the first zodiac, and it's all about confidence and vitality and being bold and being a leader. So connect with that aspect of you to build that strength and stability. Now, I know a lot of people are like, I like tropical astrology, I like sidereal astrology. Well, now it's about us not choosing between two, but how can you actually start to use two different versions of astrology? And there are more than just two versions of astrology. There are different astrological paradigms out there, right? And as we enter the age of Aquarius, we're going to learn about more of these different ways of relating to the stars and relating to our place in the universe. So it's about embracing the new. For this November full moon, honor the path that you have walked in these last 9 years, and honor all the choices you've made, even those that you perceive as mistakes. Release the judgments about the mistakes that you've made, because you need to release the heaviness so that you can start this new 9-year cycle lighter, because the lighter that you are, the more that you'll be able to receive. When your energy field is light, it's expanded and you're able to receive more information, more opportunities. For this super full moon, use the extra brightness from the moon to go deeper into the depths of you that you have yet to explore. Explore the underlying fears, because when you can observe your fears, you can start to call your power back from them, and you can start to embrace your full potential. This is especially relevant with the 1111 portal, which is going to overlap with the super full moon portal that's created with the moon's magnetic energy. So 1 in numerology represents alignment. It's a straight line, and it represents new beginnings. On this 1111 portal, manifesting is heightened, releasing is heightened, and it's again no accident that the biggest planet in our solar system, Jupiter, goes retrograde on the 1111 portal. With this biggest planet, it's a big call for us to go inwards, because that's what retrogrades reflect, a period where the planets, from our vantage point on Earth, they look like they're going backwards. So we need to go backwards into ourselves to create alignment. Because the more that you can align your subconscious with your conscious, with your nervous system, with your thoughts, with your emotions, with your soul's purpose, this is where you really create energy precision and you manifest exactly the life that you're meant to live. This is how the first alchemist, goddess Aset, goddess Isis, she was able to create this energy precision and align all of the different body parts from Osiris, her husband. If you're not familiar with this story, in Kemet in ancient Egypt, there's this story that goddess Isis, her husband, who was the pharaoh, his brother was jealous, and he cut up Osiris' body and chopped it up into different pieces and spread it all over the world. So goddess Aset had to go all over the world to collect these pieces of her husband, and she used alchemy to bring him back to life. And so she had to create alignment with all the body parts using alchemy, because in alchemy, it's all about creating energetic alignment so that you have that energy precision to create something completely new. That was the role that goddess Isis had. She was here to show us the power of alchemy and how alchemy creates miracles, and it's magic itself that we have direct access to. As you are watching your old timelines come into closure and you're starting to see your new timelines being birthed, just observe everything. Don't judge it, observe everything, and consciously choose with awareness how you want to move forward into this new 9-year cycle that we're starting. I am wishing you an incredible super full moon. and a beautiful start to this new 9-year cycle, Universal Year 1 in 2026. I hope to see you at our alchemy immersion. You can get all the details in the description of the video, or you can click this right here. And happy full moon, alchemists. Much love.